Make sure you've got a box of Kleenex on hand for this video.
Go play. Go play.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today I'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 heartbreaking scenes in TV dramas. For this list, we've scoured the world of televised dramas to find you the most emotional and heart-wrenching scenes to ever air on the small screen. We'll be excluding teen dramas from this list, since they deserve a list of their own.
She's gone.
Also, considering these are some of the most pivotal and tragic scenes of these shows, a spoiler alert is definitely in order.
There's a shooting in the courthouse and he got caught up in the crossfire. I need to speak to Alicia.
Number 10. Will Gardner's Death, The Good Wife.
My client is a respected businessman. He has shown a clear sense of
It was a twist that no one saw coming. It's never easy to kill off a major character on a show, but fans of The Good Wife were completely thrown when a deranged client of Will's opened fire in the courtroom and shot him.
He needs help.
Most of the shooting isn't shown on screen, but rather seen through the eyes of other characters in the building who can hear shots ringing out and people screaming. Will's death was devastating because he was such a beloved character and it was just so unexpected.
No. No.
The event undeniably changed the dynamic between the characters, as well as the story itself, forever.
He was killed. I can't, I just saw him yesterday.
Number 9. Dookie and Michael Say Goodbye, The Wire.
Why here?
They say that true friends can grow separately without growing apart, but that doesn't hold true in the streets of Baltimore.
And I could still hang with you then.
You know I'm too hot.
Friendships can end suddenly, as demonstrated when Bodie and Poot killed their childhood friend Wallace on Stringer's orders.
Do it, goddammit, if you're gonna...
But perhaps the most heartbreaking example came when Dookie and Michael parted ways.
See you around, Mike.
See you, dude.
Michael's decision to fully commit to the game has drastically changed his life. And after the most recent shooting, he recognizes that Dookie and Bug can't have a place in it anymore.
Come on now. Man, don't be shedding no tears. Come on, Buck.
It's a sad farewell, but the truly depressing moment comes when Dookie tries to reminisce about their childhood, and Michael realizes that he's too far removed to even remember that time in their lives anymore.
You remember, Mike?
Don't.
Number 8. Dexter finds Rita's body. Dexter.
It's already over. It's already over.
In Dexter, you expect plenty of death. In fact, it's kind of central to the show.
Is this who you are?
Ta-da!
But that didn't make the death of Dexter's wife any less painful or shocking. Rita had a tough life even before meeting Dexter, surviving an abusive relationship and acting as a single mom to 2 kids.
Where are you going? Wanna play rough? Huh?
In the season 4 finale of the show, Dexter finally catches and kills Arthur, the Trinity killer who he's been after all season.
God led you to me. Hardly.
Unbeknownst to Dexter, however, Arthur has managed to make one last kill. When Dexter arrives home hoping to leave on a family vacation, he finds his infant son in a pool of blood and Rita's lifeless body in the bathtub.
Rita.
Number 7. Daryl kills Undead Merle, The Walking Dead.
You need to grow up. Things are different now. Y'all people look at me like I'm the devil.
To say that Daryl and Merle had a complicated relationship is a serious understatement. Merle's final act of taking on a group of Woodbury soldiers single-handedly may have earned him some redemption, but he remained deeply flawed to the end.
I ain't gonna beg. I ain't begging you.
Daryl is on a mission to retrieve his brother when he learns of his fate firsthand. The governor has killed him and he's come back as a walker. Daryl clearly loved his brother despite his many transgressions, and his complete and utter devastation is palpable from the moment he recognizes him. Sobbing, Daryl lashes out at his brother. Each shove and stab seems to communicate a flurry of conflicting emotions. Anger towards his brother for dying, disappointment in Merle's life, and a profound sense of loss. Number 6. George's death. Grey's Anatomy.
Whoa.
Man versus bus.
Bus 1.
Check out the left arm.
When a man jumps in front of a bus to save a stranger, he is dragged for several blocks before being admitted to Seattle Grace.
Welcome back, sir. You had us worried there for a minute.
The victim, dubbed John Doe due to a lack of ID, was so badly hurt that neither the doctors nor the audience could identify him.
What did you do to O'Malley?
Excuse me?
Somebody else around here likely to convince someone to join the army and be a trauma surgeon in Iraq?
What? Army?
What?
Ethan.
Charge paddles to 360.
Just call who you have to call and undo this.
Fans were just as shocked as Meredith was when they realized that the unrecognizable victim was their very own 007.
007.
Oh, God!
Viewers thought Izzy might be the one to die in the season 5 finale after weeks of uncertainty about her health. The episode ends with Izzy's vision of seeing George in his military uniform while she wears her prom dress, which many viewers took to mean she'd be joining him soon. Number 5. Charlie's death. Lost.
But if this station floods, what happens to you?
I die.
Fans may not have loved Charlie from the very beginning, but by the time of his death at the end of season 3, he'd become a character that people weren't ready to lose.
Hey, Des. Hi. Get any flashes? No, nothing. Meet you back here then. Hi.
The former rock star and drug addict made the ultimate sacrifice to save Claire and Aaron in the underwater station, making for what has been called the saddest death in the show's history. Charlie uses his final moments to give a warning to the other Losties, writing Not Penny's boat on his hand to tell them that the approaching freighter has a sinister purpose. How can you not love a guy whose main priority in death was the well-being of others? Not only do we lose a beloved character, but the group's hope of getting off the island is crushed, adding to the pain of this scene.
What's your boyfriend's name? The rock star who swam down to the station?
Charlie, what?
Charlie just got us rescued.
Number 4. Jesse keeps calling Jane. Breaking Bad.
Come on. God.
When we lose someone close to us, we often react by trying to hold on to them however we can. For some, that might result in keeping their clothes or refusing to alter their bedroom. For Jesse Pinkman, holding on to Jane took the form of repeatedly calling her cell phone.
Hey, if you're trying to sell me something, I've got 4 little words for you. Do not call list. However, if you're cool, leave it at the beep.
While Jane's death was undeniably a sad moment, and certainly a dark turning point for Walter White's character, the full weight of Jesse's loss doesn't become clear until this moment.
Hey, if you're trying to sell me something, I've got 4 little words for you. Do not call list.
Jesse just keeps dialing and listening to her voicemail message, clinging to the only words he'll ever hear her speak again. Suddenly, the phone number is canceled. In that gut-wrenching moment, we see Jesse lose his last piece of her.
The number you have reached, 1494985 in area code 505, is no longer in.
Number 3. Annalise's baby dies. How to get away with murder.
I blame myself for everything that happened.
Law professor and defense attorney Annalise Keating isn't exactly your typical motherly type, considering she spends most of her time defending hardened criminals.
Any of us are capable of what Zoe did. We'd like to think that we have self-control and free will, but under the right circumstances, Any of us can become a killer.
Throughout season 2, audiences were confused about Annalise's connection to Wes, as well as the details surrounding her pregnancy. But at the end of the season, fans were finally given the sad truth.
I let my ambition get the better of me. And you lost your mother as a result, and
through a series of flashbacks, we learned that when she was 8 months pregnant, Annalise was in a car accident that caused her to have a stillbirth. Adding to an already heart-wrenching scene, Annalise's insistence that the accident was her fault,
I'm so sorry,
as well as Sam's inability to hold his son. The chilling family photo and Annalise's breakdown in the hospital makes the scene so painful to watch. Number 2, Jon Snow vs. Ygritte, Game of Thrones.
I should have stayed in that cave.
We'll go about that.
Game of Thrones is full of devastating moments. Honestly, we burst into tears whenever we hear someone say, "Hold the door."
Hold the door! Hold the door!
Jon Snow and Ygritte's relationship was contentious from the beginning, but oh how we hoped it would end differently.
I don't ever want to leave this cave, Jon Snow. Not ever.
Jon may know nothing, but he does know one thing, and that's that he loves Ygritte. The relationship came to its heart-shattering conclusion when the two met in battle. We held our breath in anticipation, only to have it taken away with an arrow to Ygritte's chest. Ollie, avenging his father's death, shoots her through the chest with an arrow. Thank the gods for the silver lining, the actors who play our favorite pair of Westerosi star-crossed lovers are actually dating in real life.
You were made.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
I want him to believe in love because it is the most important thing. But you need to show him. Promise me.
You better go down. They'll be here in a minute. And tell Mr. Matthew he must wait his turn. He's seen the baby, and they haven't.
Cause you're the best thing that ever happened to me.
There's something that I need to tell you.
Yes, every little girl dreams of a big white wedding.
Number 1, the final scene, 6 Feet Under.
Can't take a picture of this, it's already gone.
This entire show was full of emotional moments, but viewers of this HBO show agreed that this series finale is one of the best and saddest moments in TV history. It's hard to imagine a more perfect ending to this critically acclaimed series than the one Alan Ball and his team came up with. Some shows end without giving the audiences the closure they crave, but 6 Feet Under wrapped up in a simple yet poignant way, by showing the death of every major character.
Lost myself again.
Unlike every other episode of the show, which starts with a death, this one started with a birth and ended with flash forward showing how all the characters that fans had come to love spent their final moments. Heartbreaking, moving, and totally worthy of the number 1 spot. Do you agree with our list? What do you think is the saddest moment in a TV drama?
Now you will fall. Don't break the spell of a life I'm trying to do well. And you stood tall.
For more heart-wrenching top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to Ms. Mojo.
Trey, you don't have
No.
to.
This is important to you. I at least want to do this.
Handsome husband, beautiful wife,
Having breakfast.